What is going on, Naruto fans? Today I'm bringing you my ultimate healing style list. We're going to be categorizing these cards into 3 groups, and that's going to be based on their active skills. So we have the Revitalization group, the Sage Palm Technique group, and the Life Creation group. Then we'll top it off with our ultimate top 8 and God tier healers. Hope y'all guys enjoy. So here we have our Revitalization group. So what that means is that these 2 cards can heal up to 3 players on your team with their active skill. Kabuto is going to be a better card just because he has a slightly higher heal than Ino. So we're going to have 4 Sage Palm Technique cards. This technique heals a massive amount of health for 1 card. TSUNADE and SAKURA have a very high defense, and especially TSUNADE, she can even be used as a defensive card and put her up in front. As for ZETSU and UTAKATA, they have a very large healing capability. So HASHIRAMA, Senju, and HINATA have the Life Creation technique, which is the ability to heal every single teammate. This technique can be really handy because it doesn't leave any of your characters behind on health. HINATA is going to take the number 1 spot just because she has a higher heal, but HASHIRAMA Senju does have a higher defense. Remember guys, this list is my opinion and it can be altered in another type of way, but I feel like this is the most accurate. But with that being said, let's get right into it. So for our number 8 spot, we have Lady TSUNADE. She uses a Sage Palm technique. She has a very high defense, but that means she also has a very low healing. So for our number 7 spot, we have Ino. Ino uses the Revitalization technique. She's alright, but she's definitely not anything special, so I would recommend to stay away from her. Number 6 is going to be Sakura. She uses the Sage Palm technique. I do have her on my team, and she does come in handy. Unlike Lady TSUNADE, she does have a very higher heal than she does. I do recommend Sakura just because she's easy to obtain and has quite a few links. Kabuto is going to take our 5th spot, and he uses the Revitalization technique. I don't see much of Kabuto, but he does have a very good heal. ZETSU is one of the better players, which makes him number 4. He uses the Sage Palm technique and has some nice links with some pretty good cards. We are now getting into our top 3 cards, which makes them highly recommended. As you can see, HASHIRAMA is going to take our 3rd spot. HASHIRAMA uses the Life Creation technique, which can be really helpful. He has a very high defense and also a very good heal. Our 2nd spot goes to UTAKATA. UTAKATA is going to be using the Sage Palm technique and also has the 2nd highest heal in the game. The only downfalls are going to be that he's very hard to obtain and he only has 1 link with other cards. And finally, the number 1 spot goes to HINATA. HINATA is going to be using the Life Creation technique, which can be very helpful. She does have the highest heal in the game and is also very easily obtainable. HINATA is going to be the way to go, plus she does have a link with the number 1 defensive style card, which was Naruto. So these are our God tier healers. So we have Nagato Hagamoro and Sage Kabuto. So starting off with Nagato, we have his common skill as the Sage Palm technique, which is completely crazy because that is usually an active skill. As for his active skill, he uses the Wrath of Yama, which inflicts a ton of damage to a single target and will restore his health to the equal amount of damage that he inflicted. To obtain Nagato, you must purchase him by his Nagato pack, which is not available, or some sort of event that they may be having. Next is Hagomoro. For his common skill, he uses the original healing technique, and for his active skill, he uses the Chibaku Tensei. These are 2 orbs that he throws to 2 random opposite opponents, and they do a very large amount of damage. Hagomoro is only obtainable through cumulative recharge. Now we have the infamous Sage Kabuto. He uses the Sage Palm technique for his common skill, and For his active skill, he uses Life from Dust. Life from Dust can bring back a fallen player back to life, which is completely overpowered. If you had the chance to obtain Sage Kabuto from the Easter event, you are completely blessed. I'm not sure if they're going to be having any other events for Sage Kabuto, so if you did get them, congratulations. So that's going to bring us to the end of the video. I hope y'all guys enjoyed, and I'm going to see y'all ninjas later. Goodbye.